My name is Marcus Thompson. I am a candidate for Georgia State Representative, District 164. I'm here for new leadership, the right type of leadership. This district is one of the fastest growing districts in the state, and we currently have a representative that has been in office for almost a quarter century. It's time for a change, the right type of change. 2 years ago, I was stricken with Stevens-Johnson syndrome. I was in the hospital for 11 days and lost 52% of the top layer of my skin. It was one of the worst and most terrifying times in my life. During that time frame, I realized that if I did not have good health care, I would have been ruined just to save my life. And that is not fair for Georgians. I will fight for every Georgian to have access to equal, quality health care. What we have to do in Georgia is make sure that every Georgian at least is able to go into a doctor to make sure that they have access to preventative health care. This will cut down how much they need to go to the hospital. This will cut down on their medical bills, on how much insurance has to pay out. This is possible if we take a chance and look at it. We haven't done so in almost a decade. It's time. We have a crisis in this state. Mothers are dying at a much higher rate than across the nation. We are second in the nation for maternal mortality rate. It's time we bring this to an end. My opponent has been in office for 23 years. 10 of those years, this number has just continued to rise. I will make it a cornerstone of my administration to bring that down. We have to do it. In Savannah, we still have a minimum wage of $5.50. That means that people are working hard just to make a decision on whether or not they should buy gas or put food on the table. This is a problem. As we've seen in this pandemic, service workers are some of the most critical workers. If they are not there, we don't eat. It's time to make a change. I propose increasing our minimum wage to $9 an hour, and then over a gradual time frame, increasing that to $15. This will not only benefit the hardworking people of Georgia, but it will also benefit the economy. We've found in this pandemic that service workers are one of the most critical parts of our economy. If they are not there, we don't eat. I think it's time to pay them their due. We have a slight issue with our education system in this state. We've been using the same formula, the QBE formula, since 1985. How many of you know that things have changed just slightly since then? It's time we take a look at it, revamp it, maybe even eliminate it altogether and replace it with something better. Our children deserve the best. Every Georgian requires equal access to quality education. It's time that we give that to them. And I want to make sure that we make this change not just for your children, but for mine as well. There's a slight issue with our healthcare system in this state. There are over 80 counties that do not have access to an OBGYN or medical professional. 80. These people are just as important as you and I. It's time that we make sure that everybody has the same access to healthcare in this state. Earlier this summer, my family lost our generational house to a fire. The house meant so much because it was a project between a black man, a former slave, my great-grandfather, and a white man, a lawyer in town. They decided to work together to make sure that diversity could win the day. The house lasted for over 100 years. It was an achievement. The fact that it's gone doesn't take that achievement away. But what it stood for has become a part of me. Diversity over division. We can make that change together. I'm asking for your vote. Early voting all the way through October 30th and on November 3rd. I'm asking that you allow me to bring what my grandfather gave me to allow it to serve you. Thank you.